Hello, English 101 students. This is your professor, Michael Blumenberg, and I hope that you're finding everything that you need to be successful for week 5. I'm hearing some good feedback on the discussion board related to the MLA documentation videos, so I'm glad that so many of you are finding that helpful. And with this video, I just wanted to give kind of my own stamp on MLA while in the process working you through the assignments for week 5. So I suppose that that's the best place to start. So I'm on our Blackboard page. I'm going to go ahead and click on, first of all, let me enter the student preview mode so that things will look as they look for you. And I'm going to go ahead and enter the course content, and I'm going to click on the week 5 folder. And we'll take a look at the course worksheet to start. This is always, of course, what explains the assignments that you need to do. First of all, there's really no readings this week other than making sure that you review the Purdue OWL website. But this is the video that I mentioned that I'm going to make to walk you through the coursework. The MLA videos I did not make, but I found them to be very informative, so I hope that they're helpful to you as well. There is an MLA quiz, and this is your second quiz of the semester, and it's basically the same format as before, where you have 5 questions and a bonus. I'm chuckling a little bit at the bonus. If you've taken the quiz already, you know why I'm chuckling. I had to add a little bit of humor into this week since MLA tends to be a pretty stressful system to learn. So please note your due date for the quiz is 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday the 17th. And you have a discussion board assignment, which we'll look at in just a moment for MLA documentation. That too is due on the 17th by midnight. So I want to go back just a minute and back into the week 5 folder. The Purdue OWL is listed here, and if you click the link, it will take you to the Purdue OWL website. This is a great resource for you, especially since we're not using a textbook in the class. My hope is that you'll find the links helpful. And the Purdue OWL does have their own YouTube channel. If you click that, it'll link you out to their YouTube video channel. And it will refer to this momentarily as we get into some of our discussion of MLA. But the videos are in the folder as well, and I have created 4 videos, the first 2 of which concern in-text citations, and the last 2 are about understanding the works cited and some formatting information. So please look at those carefully, and I think you'll find them to be very helpful to your work. So I'll go back. There's a link to the discussion board, so if you'll just click that, it'll pull it up. And so what I'm asking you this week is just how familiar were you with MLA before this week, and what is the most confusing part or parts of MLA? Do you feel like you will have any trouble using MLA in your next paper? And do you understand why it is necessary to use MLA in most college level papers? And I'm enjoying our discussions so far, and I'm responding to as many of those postings as I can. So keep up the good work on the discussion board. And if you haven't posted yet, just feel free to do so before the deadline. The quiz is here, and the thing I should have mentioned is it's 10 minutes to complete. So make sure you've reviewed the videos and the Purdue OWL before you start. And assuming you've done that, you can click begin, which I will not do in this video. But that'll open everything up. The bonus question is completely unrelated to MLA, but I want it to spice up your week a little bit with a little sense of humor there. And so what I want to do is, that's really what's on the agenda for week 5, but I want it to pull up a blank Word document, and what I want to do is just give my own little stamp to MLA. I don't want to go too deep with it because the videos are there to help you, but I can remember when I was coming through college and I was asked to use MLA. I was able to do so, but I didn't really get the gist of why I was working within the system. And then finally, after about my 3rd or 4th English class, everything started to click. I had that aha moment, And I kind of, in retrospect, wish that I had had someone to show me some of the things that I'm going to try to show you. And again, I hope you'll find it helpful. But I'm going to put a picture in here. It's going to be kind of oval shaped. And I'm going to expand it out because when you're thinking of MLA, what you're really thinking about is how to take outside information and put it into your paper in a way that you'll give credit to the sources. So I want you to think of it this way. I'm going to put the word information in the circle. And what I want you to do, and I'm going to add in some arrows that I think will be helpful. And what I want you to do is think about information that's passed along on a daily basis. If you have social media, for example, and maybe I might want to change one of those arrows actually. Let me cut that out, and I don't want this to be confusing. So before I go further, let me just change my shapes, and I apologize. Just bear with me as I do so. There we go. That looks better. So think about social media for those of you who have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Think about how much information shared each day. So that within the circle, I want you to picture it as constantly moving information. Now, in the sense of this class, what that means is you're taking information from the circle, or maybe you're using an outside source that you're using a quote in your paper. Now, you can't do that in your summary, which you've already did for the first paper. But in future papers, you may be able to draw from the circle, use it responsibly, the information, to put back into the circle so that maybe years down the road somebody uses your information. But it's fast moving because information's constantly moving when we think about research. Certainly social media moves fast, but all information moves pretty quickly in this day and age. So what does this mean for MLA? Well, I'll explain. MLA, by the way, means Modern Language Association, and it is a real organization. And there are other styles besides MLA, like APA, Chicago style. Now, we're not going to focus too much on those other styles in our class, but the reason we have different styles is because someone who teaches English will research differently from someone who teaches biology. So MLA is a system that we're using mostly for writing purposes. And so that's what you need to use, and that's what we're going to focus on in the class. Now, I don't want to step on the toes of the other videos, but I want you to know that there are two ways that you have to cite your sources. And pay close attention in your videos because you'll see that there's something called in-text citations and there's something called works cited. And I don't want to step on the toes of the other video, but if you'll look at your videos, you're going to learn ways that you are to document in text along with ways that you are to create your works cited page. Now, along with that, the in-text is supposed to kind of in a scavenger hunt way lead the reader to the works cited page, which is the last page of your document. And the purpose of it all is that if you are dipping into this circle of information and you're drawing a quote out to put in your paper, somebody may want to read your paper and in reading it may find a source you're using so that that can lead them into the circle to try to find that source for him or herself. So it's kind of like a scavenger hunt. That's how research works, while at the same time giving credit to your sources. I'm interested in hearing from you. Let me know how the videos are working for you. And if there's a big enough demand, I really don't mind to put together my own MLA video. But there's so many good videos on YouTube, I didn't feel like I wanted to completely reinvent the wheel. But if there's a big enough demand, I don't mind to give some of my points of view when it comes to the information related to MLA. it's there. You just have to follow the system, and you don't really have to learn all the ins and outs because really, if you have a good source like the Purdue OWL that you can turn to as a resource, you have the information there for each source that you may use. So I look forward to hearing from you. Keep those good discussions going on the discussion board. And if there is a big enough demand, I don't care to add on to the lesson and try to help you out in any way I can. But I hope you found this video helpful. We're in week 5 of the semester. And the last thing I'll say is I am still in process of reviewing papers. It's going to take me just a few more days, and I apologize that it's a slower process than you're used to. But I want to make sure I give adequate time to review the summary essay and that you understand why you're receiving the score you receive. So it is a little bit time consuming, but I am hopeful by the end of the week that I'll have some feedback provided to you. That's it, guys. Hope the video is helpful. Good luck with week 5 as you're understanding MLA documentation.